Hello Manchester United fans. Man United news, Marcus Rashford deal in doubt as Sir Jim Ratcliffe's outrageous plan slammed. Manchester United are planning for the future with the sale of Marcus Rashford in the summer transfer window and the building of a new stadium at Old Trafford top priorities. Manchester United are already looking ahead to the future during the international break with many big decisions in the pipeline for those in power. Ruben Amorim wants to reshape his squad in the summer transfer window while Sir Jim Ratcliffe and his Ineos leadership team are continuing to make unpopular decisions behind the scenes. United sit 13th in the Premier League with 9 matches of a miserable campaign remaining. Ratcliffe's first year in charge has not been a successful one, with the petrochemicals billionaire making huge changes in a bid to save money. He has ambitious plans to build a brand new stadium to replace Old Trafford while he hopes that Amorim will succeed in turning things around on the pitch as the uncertainty since the departure of Sir Alex Ferguson 12 years ago continues apace. Rashford transfer in doubt. Marcus Rashford's loan move to Aston Villa has started out promisingly, with the United striker getting back into the England squad after a year on the outside thanks to his form. He has contributed 4 assists for Villa since leaving Old Trafford for the rest of the season, and his future is the subject of some speculation. Villa have the chance to make the move permanent, with United hoping they will stump up as much as £60 million to sign him, given Amorim has no interest in offering him a route back into his starting 11. Rashford has previously been tempted to move abroad, with Barcelona one of his favored destinations. However, that possibility could be a non-starter, with reports in Spain suggesting that Barca are interested in signing Atlanta's Ademola Lookman instead of Rashford. Lookman would cost around £25 million, €30 million, much cheaper than the England forward. Stadium plan challenged. Sir Jim Ratcliffe is facing a backlash to his plans to build a new £2 billion, 100,000-seat stadium on the Old Trafford site. Ratcliffe is courting public money for the scheme, which Ineos claims will provide £7.3 billion per year to the UK economy, 92,000 new jobs, more than 17,000 new homes and 1.8 million more visitors annually. However, Graham Stringer, a Labour MP and former leader of Manchester City Council, believes it is outrageous that Ratcliffe is hoping to use taxpayers' money to further his own business interests. He told The Observer, "The stadium doesn't happen without public funds. Any representations to local or central government for public money to go into the scheme should be refused." Youngster close to involvement. Injuries to Altay Bayender and Tom Heaton have opened the door for a potential appearance for United youngster Ellie Harrison. The Manchester Evening News notes that Harrison has been impressing since being. Brutal Manchester United verdict offers Ruben Amorim chance to experiment before transfer window. Man United have 9 games left of the Premier League season, but according to Boffins from Opta, they have nothing left to play for. Manchester United might have secured one of the best results of their season last weekend, but according to Opta, it was also the day that their Premier League campaign officially became a write-off. The Opta analyst website listed United's chances of somehow salvaging Europa Conference League or Europa League qualification as 0.02% until the weekend's results, when all hope has now vanished. Ruben Amorim's side have eased their own brief relegation worries, and the failure of the promoted sides to mount a survival charge has ended any interest in the battle to avoid the drop in March. With the title race pretty much over, the battle for European places is all that remains up for grabs, and United are out of the picture. Results elsewhere ended their chances, according to Opta. United are 8 points behind Fulham in 8th and 10 points behind Brighton in 7th, so the gaps to make up are pretty much unbridgeable. United are now one of 4 teams given a 0% chance of winning the league, qualifying for Europe or going down this season, alongside Tottenham, West Ham and Everton. At least United and Tottenham still have the Europa League to play for and the carrot of Champions League qualification through that tournament. But this must be the first time in a long time that United's domestic season is essentially over by the end of March. They will want to improve on 13th in the table, but really that doesn't matter. The focus must be on Europe, and changes are a must, especially for the trip to Newcastle, which is sandwiched between the 2 quarter-final ties with Lyon. If anything, Amorim should be using the final 9 games of the league season, with the notable exception of the Derby, to experiment. Players are returning to fitness, which will increase his options, but he can also turn to the academy to see if there are any gems who could fill holes in his squad before he turns to the summer transfer window. Rasmus Højlund is finding form again, but there should be time now to see more of Chido Obi and assess his development over the final couple of months of the season. Amorim'S finally made his debut on his 18th birthday last weekend and can get more game time to see how he shapes up at wingback. Amorim knows more about Toby Collier, but the 21-year-old can get more action to see if he is a better fit for a deeper role or further forward. There could be the chance to offer debuts to Jack Fletcher and Jack Morehouse, young midfielders who have been on the bench in recent weeks without getting on. With uncertainty in the goalkeeping department heading into next season, Amorim could hand 19-year-old Ellie Harrison a debut in the Premier League. Altay Bayındır and Tom Heaton are out injured now and could. Man United deciding between two Andre Onana replacements as keeper linked with shock exit. Manchester United could opt to cash in on Andre Onana this summer after watching him make a host of errors with up-and-coming goalkeepers Lucas Chevalier and Sen Lammens thought to be on their short list of replacements. Manchester United are reportedly chasing moves for goalkeepers Lucas Chevalier and Sen Lammens this summer as Andre Onana's future continues to come under scrutiny. Onana has been heavily linked with an exit from Old Trafford after a string of poor performances since his £47.5 million move from Inter Milan in 2023. The Cameroonian has never quite looked comfortable for United in goal and has been savaged by fans and pundits over some high-profile errors leading to goals. Latest reports have touted Onana for a switch to Saudi Arabia this summer as his future continues to grow uncertain, and now United are said to be looking for replacements. United boss Ruben Amorim is said to be plotting a huge summer overhaul with up to 8 players, including Onana, in danger of getting the axe. According to The Sun, Royal Antwerp keeper Lammens is high up on United's short list of targets to replace Onana should he leave at the end of the season. Meanwhile, Lille shot-stopper Chevalier is also thought to be admired by Old Trafford officials as they seek a reliable number 1 between the sticks, with backup Altay Bayındır also linked with the exit door after being frustrated by a lack of minutes. The report claims 22-year-old Lammens would be available for around £30 million after catching the eye during his breakthrough season in the Belgian top flight. Lammens has excelled after playing all 30 games for Antwerp this season. United's rivals Manchester City said to be chasing both Lammens and Chevalier because of their ability to play out from the back. Chevalier is set to set clubs back around £40 million after dazzling during 26 games in League One this season and another 10 in the Champions League. City are looking for a new keeper in case Ederson departs after the Brazilian earned criticism for lapses in concentration this season, while links to Saudi Arabia have also emerged. Onana has made 3 mistakes leading to goals this season, making a total of 80 saves, conceding 40 goals and keeping 8 clean sheets from 29 appearances. Ederson has only made 19 appearances but has made 2 errors leading to goals, with 48 saves, conceding 23 and keeping 5 clean sheets. He's a special guy. Ruben Amorim is not worried about Man United star despite concerning international break. Manchester United captain Bruno Fernandes helped lead Portugal to victory over Denmark in their Nations League quarter-final clash on Sunday evening. Bruno Fernandes and the Portugal squad lost their first-leg clash against Denmark earlier this week, with Manchester United forward Rasmus Højlund scoring the only goal of the game. When the two teams faced each other for the second time on Sunday evening, it was a thrilling clash which went all the way to extra time before the Euro 2016 winners took charge and finished the game off. Fernandes was at the center of everything for Portugal despite not registering a goal or assist. After playing the full 90 minutes on Thursday night, the United captain also completed 120 minutes on the weekend. Portugal are set to face Germany in the Nations League semi-final, which is played after the 2024-25 campaign is complete. Amorim has no concerns about Fernandes needing rest. It feels quite ridiculous that a mid-season international break will see players battling for 120 minutes in the midst of an extremely busy campaign, especially for Premier League players. Funnily enough, that wasn't even the first 120-minute game Fernandes played this month. He was on the pitch for every minute of United's FA Cup defeat to Fulham at the beginning of March. The United captain has played in all but 2 of United's games this season. He was unavailable due to suspension for both of those clashes. He has started 43 times and came off the bench just once. United fans have grown used to the incredible nature of Fernandes' fitness levels, but it is simply ridiculous and somewhat concerning when you reflect on it. Yet, Ruben Amorim made his opinion on the matter clear when asked whether the 30-year-old needed a rest just last week. "No, I don't feel that in Bruno Fernandes. He's a special guy in that aspect. He's always ready. He can recover quite well," the United boss stated. "I don't know about the future. I am just reading what the performance department tell me about the numbers and then what I see in the game. So I always see a Bruno that is dangerous and one Bruno that can recover in every situation. So he's going to stay there." Can United continue relying on Fernandes like this? It is impossible to tell how long Fernandes can keep this level of playing time up for before his body breaks down. Some people thought it would be a couple of years ago, and he's played pretty much every game since. For both club and country, Fernandes is one of the most important players, and you can't really afford to rest him. United probably need to be in a position sooner or later where they are not as reliant on the Portuguese playmaker, so he does not have to run himself into the ground so often. His durability is fascinating and sometimes unbelievable, but to see Fernandes stay at the top level for as long as